I was never the kind of girl anyone paid attention to in school. I existed like background noise, quiet, invisible, and completely unremarkable. I didn't mind, honestly. I had my routines, my notebooks, and my little sister Emily, who was always filming things on her phone. She had a strange habit of recording me doing random stuff, singing off-key while brushing my teeth, dancing weirdly in my pajamas, or just ranting about books I was reading. I always told her to stop, but she said it made her laugh and helped her keep memories. One evening, while I was brushing my teeth and doing this silly little dance in front of the mirror, something I did when I thought no one was watching, she secretly filmed me. The next morning, I woke up to dozens of missed notifications. My phone kept vibrating, and when I opened it, I saw my goofy, toothpaste-covered dance had gone viral. Millions of people had seen it. They were calling me Toothpaste Girl. They said I was funny, relatable, and totally authentic. At first, I was horrified, then confused, then strangely flattered. I wasn't ready for what happened next. That morning, when I walked into school, people actually turned to look at me. Some whispered, some smiled, and a few even asked for selfies. The popular girls waved me over to sit with them at lunch, something they'd never done before. Teachers were nicer. A senior guy gave me half his cookie and called me a vibe. It felt like I'd stepped into someone else's life. My follower count exploded. Emily and I started making new videos together, planned dances, funny voiceovers, even a fake cooking tutorial using cereal and ketchup. We were just goofing around, but the internet ate it up. People began messaging me saying I made their day better. I was overwhelmed but also excited. I started wearing nicer clothes, smiling more, acting more confident. For the first time, I felt like I mattered. I felt seen. I didn't realize then how quickly that spotlight could burn you out or turn away entirely. At first, the attention felt like a dream. I never dared to have people complimenting me, teachers calling me an inspiration, classmates asking for tips on how to go viral. But as the days went by, I noticed something strange. The more people liked me, the less I felt like myself. Every time I posted, I felt pressure to be even funnier, even more relatable. I'd record the same clip 10 times just to make sure it looked effortless. Emily was still helping me, always excited, always planning our next idea. But I started noticing how I was performing more than living. I couldn't just laugh, I had to laugh in a way that looked good on camera. I couldn't wear pajamas anymore unless they were cute enough for a lazy day reel. I stopped drawing in my sketchbook because I didn't want to post something that wouldn't get likes. My life was being curated for an audience, and I could feel it taking over everything. Then Rachel showed up, a new transfer student, tall, confident, instantly popular. She was funny, bold, and naturally magnetic, and just like that, the attention shifted. She posted one video, and it blew up. People started calling her the new queen of our school. Suddenly, I was old news. My comments were filled with comparisons. Rachel is way cooler. Toothpaste Girl's time is up. She's trying too hard now. I tried to pretend it didn't bother me, but the jealousy crept in. I'd refresh my posts over and over, hoping for more likes, but they kept dropping. The same girls who invited me to their tables now pretended not to see me. One day, I overheard them laughing at one of my older videos, mocking me like they used to before I was internet famous. Rachel was leading the joke. I felt sick. That night, I locked myself in my room and stared at the screen, my follower count still in the hundreds of thousands. But suddenly it felt hollow. I asked myself, was I ever liked for who I really was? Or was I just another meme waiting to be replaced? The more I thought about it, the more I realized I wasn't just losing followers, I was losing myself. After that day, everything started to unravel faster than I could keep up with. I began faking smiles in videos, forcing energy I didn't feel just to avoid disappearing. I'd scroll through my own feed, watching the older me, the girl who was dancing without thinking, laughing with toothpaste on her face, and I missed her. I missed being invisible. I missed being real. My room, once filled with laughter and creativity, turned into a studio. Ring lights, props, schedules. Emily kept suggesting new ideas, convinced we were just one video away from bouncing back. I nodded, pretended to care. But inside I was drowning in a silence no algorithm could fix. I couldn't admit it to her, but the comments were starting to hurt. She's irrelevant now. Remember when she was funny? Try hard vibes. Each word chipped away at my confidence until I didn't even want to post. But I kept going. Because if I stopped, who would I be without the attention? Without the likes, the shares, the fake friendships? I started skipping lunch just to avoid sitting alone. The girls who once pulled me into their photos now acted like I had a disease. Rachel's following soared while mine stagnated. She was everywhere: school announcements, group chats, even on shirts people made as a joke. One night, Emily found me sitting on the floor of the bathroom, crying quietly, hugging my knees. She didn't say anything, just sat beside me. Then she whispered, "You don't have to do this anymore," and that broke me, because deep down, I knew she was right. I had been living a version of me that only existed for other people, a highlight reel, a performance, not a person. That night, I didn't delete my account, but I did something more important. I turned off the camera, I closed the app. And I cried, not because I was losing followers, but because I was finally ready to let go of the version of me that I had created for everyone else. In the days that followed, everything felt quiet, or almost too quiet. No pings of new followers, no comments to reply to, no pressure to be anything but me. At first, it was terrifying. I kept reaching for my phone like a habit, fingers hovering over the apps I used to obsess over. But then, something shifted. I sat by my window, sketchbook in hand, for the first time in weeks, and just drew, not for likes, not for content, just for me. I went to school without mascara, without caring what anyone thought, and I noticed how freeing it was to blend in again. People still stared sometimes, like they were trying to figure out what happened to Toothpaste Girl, but I didn't owe them an explanation. I started spending more time with Emily, not as a production partner, but as my little sister. We played board games, baked cookies, made silly videos we never uploaded. And that felt more real than any viral trend. One day, I saw Rachel crying behind the gym, no cameras, no friends, just her alone. I didn't say anything, but in that moment, I realized something important. This spotlight we all chase, it blinds you, it makes you forget who you are. I wasn't the only one who felt lost in it. And maybe Rachel was drowning too, just in a shinier package. From that moment, I stopped chasing trends and started chasing peace. I didn't need to delete my account, I just needed to stop letting it define me. Slowly, I posted again once in a while, a time-lapse of me painting, a clip of the rain hitting my window, Emily's laughter echoing in the background. Nothing fancy, nothing viral, just real life, and people still watched, fewer of them, sure, but the comments felt warmer, more genuine. "This feels like a breath of fresh air," someone wrote. And I smiled, because that's exactly what it felt like. I was no longer the most popular girl in school, but for the first time in a long time, I felt whole. Looking back now, it's strange to think how one silly video, me dancing with toothpaste on my face, changed my entire life. For a moment, I had everything I thought I wanted: popularity, attention, validation, but I also lost so much more: my peace, my authenticity, and almost my relationship with my little sister. I learned that fame, especially the kind that comes fast and without warning, is like holding fire. It lights up the room, draws everyone toward you, makes you feel powerful, but hold it too long, and it burns. The truth is, I don't want to be someone people follow for a laugh they'll forget in 10 seconds. I want to be remembered by the people who know me, really know me, for the things that matter: my kindness, my creativity, the way I listen when someone's hurting, not just for being Toothpaste Girl. Now, I live slower, I laugh more genuinely, I create without needing to prove anything. And even though I'm not the center of attention anymore, I feel more seen than I ever did when thousands of eyes were on me. Sometimes I still get recognized, and people ask, "Hey, aren't you the girl from that viral video?" And I smile and say, "Yeah, that was me, but I'm more than that now, because I am." We all are, more than numbers, more than likes, more than what the world sees on a screen. And if there's one thing I hope people remember from my story, it's this: being popular is temporary, but being true to yourself, that's what lasts.